Okay, let's take a look at keyframing camera moves. Let's see here. All right. Just drop. Whoop, still booting up. Okay, so let me just grab the first scene here, which was a really simple push in. Whoops, later. Oh my goodness. Okay, so real simple move. Bada boom. Okay, so I'm going to remove the keyframes for this camera move. So I select it, and then they appear down here. So you'll notice I only have two keyframes, start and then end, I believe, in this instance, since there was not a lot of adjustment necessary on the framing of the camera. So let me delete the end frame and delete the opening frame. So all you need to do is establish where you want the camera for your opening frame for this push-in. So let's try one that's a little wider. God, I forgot to turn off all these dumb things. Maybe I should start this tutorial over. All right, so you position the camera where you want it for your opening frame. Let's do one that starts in a little bit wider. And I'm just going to adjust the height of the frame. This. Okay, so the headroom's not excessive. So, oops, I forgot to put my cursor back here. Okay, so that's where I want the camera to begin. Make sure the camera's selected, and then a keyframe at starting position. Then I move to however many seconds forward I want to go. And in this case, I'll go the whole 10 seconds or whatever. Allow it to stop. We can look at the end frame for a half a second before it cuts. So now you basically just move the camera to where you want it to be at the end of this push in. Kind of hard to do this with a mouse. So let's go for a real tight close up at the end frame. And you see it looks like I have to tilt up in order to maintain the composition. So let's see how the camera deals with this. I set a keyframe for that end frame. Let's see if it is reasonably good at tracking that tilt movement of the camera as we push in. So far, so good. So sometimes it's as simple as just choosing the beginning and end part, and you can actually put a camera adjustment during that move. So let's try another one. I'm going to duplicate this scene. Okay, so here's the same thing. So if we were doing a push out, let's delete the keyframes from the previous scene that we just duplicated. There's one here. So if this is a pull out, let's start the frame. Let's make this a little more radical. So come back here, Mr. Camera. Whoa, I'm going right through his body. MRI. Okay, so let's start with a real tight. Let's even include a little pedestal in this. So the end close-up is going to be like this. Pan over a little bit. Whoop. Oh, dang. Always make sure your cursor's at the beginning of your timeline. So let me just adjust the camera position again to center him. That's about the best I can do. So it's good enough. So I'm going to keyframe that A position, and then the B, go into B. Let's have B way back here. Whoa. It's kind of hard to do when it's backwards. And I'm going to have to adjust the composition, so I have to tilt down. So let's see how it handles this move. And I have to, of course, set the, damn, I forgot to advance the cursor. Well, let's see what happens if this will work. So then I set a keyframe for where I want the shot to end. So let's go back and play it from here. Oh yeah, I failed to take the opening keyframe for some reason. That happens sometimes. So all I need to do is go back and quickly reset it. And whoop. And then a little pedestal up action. And then set that keyframe. Okay, so now let's look at it. So it smoothly interpolates the rate of tilting or pedestaling in order to make it look good. So this is with basically just two keyframes, an opening and an ending. If the camera is doing weird stuff and creating too much headroom or whatever, you can just add more keyframes. You can adjust the camera position, add more keyframes to sort of control it. But normally it does a really good job of figuring out how to do it itself. So I hope that was helpful. I hope this recording worked, and I guess I'll check that right now.